How's everybody doing today? Christian Prepper here. So this video I wanted to release. I've been working on it for a little while, getting my notes together how I wanted to do it. First, I want to go out and say, how's everybody doing today? Christian Prepper here. Before we get into this video, I just released a shooting pumpkin video at a gun range on YouTube. So please, any of you if you see me on TikTok, please go to YouTube and check out my video if you like it. It's kind of hilarious. I shot up about 18 pumpkins or so. I kind of lost track. There's quite a few anyway. With my guns, and I use my pistols and I use my shotgun. That way, because of the other videos I released, you guys could see what these guns can do. Right? I mean, obviously they're only pumpkins. It's not a big deal, but it's nice to be able to see something, because I noticed I had 81 hits on my Taurus G3C video, budget gun video. And that's great. Thank you for all you people that viewed that. So you could watch the video and see how this gun performs. That's my point. All right. So please check that out. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Please share it. And subscribe always. That's another thing I wanted to bring up is, in order for me to go live on YouTube, I need 50 subscribers. Right now I'm holding at 7. And it's been like that for 2 or 3 months. Please, people, I ask you, if you like my videos and appreciate my updates and my breaking news, my updates on hurricanes and all that, please subscribe. I can't ask enough of that, and thank you very much. Do a quick recap on what's been going on. Hurricane Milton, 21 plus dead. There's still a lot of people without power, but it's not in the millions. It's down to like 100,000 or so now. That's a good thing. It's a sad thing that over 20 people died. If they would have just left Florida for a blinking moment, nothing would have happened. They'd probably still be alive now, but some people can't afford to go. There's nothing we can really do about that. If you can't afford or even don't have a car, you're stuck where you are. There's nothing you can do about it. Kamala Harris embarrassed herself on Fox yesterday with an interview with Bret Baier. That was hilarious. This woman cannot answer questions. She beats around the bush, but she never gets to the question. Never. Never, 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 never. I think if her life depended on it, she wouldn't answer the question. So that was funny. If you haven't had a chance to watch that yesterday, check that out. She's just a ding-dong. Trump 2024. That's where I'm at. Now, this video that I'm about to talk to you about is a little long. If you need a cocktail, a beer, a glass of wine, something to eat, a snack, want to go to the bathroom, pause the camera now, and we'll get into it. It's a little longer than most of my videos. Now, I titled this video, Trump-Harris. Who to vote for? Oh, my God. Let me tell you. Let's dive in a little bit on this. Now, I'm reaching out to you, my fellow Americans. We are in a pivotal time in this election in America. This is the most important election ever in our country, ever. Really. This could literally change all of our beliefs as Americans, our values, our way of life. And I'm going to tell you why. It literally changes everything as Americans. World War III is upon us, whether anyone wants to admit it or not. The proof is in the pudding, people, all right? Russia is having problems with Ukraine, but they invaded Ukraine, 3 years ago, and they're kind of still stuck there. Thank God for that. The Middle East is blowing up. It's out of control over there, and it's going to keep intensifying. It's not going to stop. Now Russia's feeding Iran weapons and people, soldiers. And of course, America is doing the same, because we're allies with Israel. We got no problem with Israel. I want Israel to kick the poop out of Iran. I mean, they're just out of control. They always have been for hundreds of years. All right? China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea hate us. They absolutely hate us. Now, it says in the Bible that World War III is supposed to start with North Korea with nuclear war. But everybody's like, oh, World War III is nuclear war. Not necessarily, people. Everything starts on the ground, in the air, and in the oceans. Always. Now, yes, World War III will be nuclear. when the first country that feels like their back is up against the wall and they ran out of ammunition or soldiers or aircraft carriers or whatever the case may be, bombs, that's when the nuclear will hit. But for now, little wars all around the world is going to keep erupting. All right? Now, but it also says in the Bible that Russia is supposed to invade Israel. Now, if this was to happen, if you look at a world map, all right, Russia's at the top of a continent and at the bottom is China. That means that they would both have to close the gap in order to take over that whole continent. Now, if you look on the right side, like I don't want to whip out my map today, but if you look at it yourself, you'll see that South Korea is doomed by China and North Korea. Don't forget, North Korea and China are allies. South Korea is an ally of the United States, and Japan, the Philippines, and Taiwan. All right? In order for this to happen, because in the Bible, World War III is supposed to be separated into two continents, the United States, Canada, and South America, against China and NATO. And that means Russia would have to take over all of NATO. And the only way he's going to do that, because he can't even get past Ukraine right now, is to nuke NATO. Now, if he does that, watch out. That wipes out France. That wipes out Poland, Germany, all of Germany. God, the list is endless. You know, and then China would have to wipe out everybody down in their area with North Korea on this side and work their way up. So everybody kind of meets in the middle, which would kind of is Israel. If you look at the map, how it all works out, you know. So that's not good. Now, if they have full help from China, they very well could push forward and wipe out NATO. But what does that do to America, you know? Because if the continents are split, it's going to get weird. Now, I'm not going off track on the election, so don't think I'm not. I have a point here. They could very well be decimating NATO, Ukraine, Germany, France, Poland. If this happens in our lifetime, I never thought that this would happen in our lifetime. Honestly, I never thought this war, I thought it was generations away until all the prophecy started coming out, all this stuff, you know. And don't forget, we're also already in a civil war. It's the Democrats against the Republicans, and it's brewing up fast. And we have all these illegal immigrants coming in. Most Americans don't like it. So there's also, we're at war inside of America right now. It's just like you could say it's a modern day war. You know, there's no guns and bombs going off. It's just our government is so messed up, they can't get along about anything, and they're trying to get Trump killed, I believe. And that is just unbelievable. All right, so Americans believe that we are invincible. No, we are not. We've been brought up from kids to adults to believe nobody's gonna mess with us. Nobody in the world would ever mess with us. Let me tell you something. Our military's kind of down right now. All right, and if we let this dingaling Kamala Harris, I think she's a ding dong, you know, into office, into the Oval Office, and becomes our president, I think Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, and any other countries that they can get under their belts as an ally is going to clean some clocks. I seriously believe that. You know, don't forget, Russia holds the most nuclear warheads in the world. We're second. America is second. China is third. All right. Now, there's another thing I've been paying attention to is India. India is staying out of everything right now, but they have the fourth largest military in the world, you know, next to us, China, and Russia. India is number 4. So whoever India joins, if they join with China and Russia, we don't stand a chance. We are not invincible. All right, let's do a little history class here. Back in the 1700s, France and England were trying to take over America and our territories. All right, well, fast forward a little bit. The Boston Tea Party, you might have heard of it, right? They're trying to tax us. England wants to tax us. No way. We left England. Well, English people left England because of that. So what did we do? We threw up our middle fingers and we said, ain't going to happen. The hell with you. And we went to war against England. And eventually France helped us and we cleaned their clocks and they left. Okay, that everybody knows that story. Then, moving right along, We had the Civil War. All right, that was our war. That was in-house, brother against brother, but slavery had to be abolished. That war was necessary. Let's move along a little further, people. World War I, Germany was out of control. They had to be taken care of. No problem. Hey, America, we weren't really drawn into that war, but Americans and Canadians and some of South America, they did go and fight. That's awesome. Moving along a little bit more. World War II, you might have heard of it. Adolf Hitler, the three axes. All right, well, we didn't want nothing to do with that war. We had nothing to do with it. Roosevelt, thank God we had him as a president at the time. That guy was awesome. He kept saying, Hitler is Europe's problem. It's nothing to do with us. We suppose we were misled by Japan that we had good relations. Well, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Japan decides to bomb Pearl Harbor. All right, you want us in this war? Here we are. We threw our fingers up once again. We went over to Europe, and we cleaned Hitler's clock. We took care of it. And then a year later, I can't remember the guy's name, he invented the atom bombs. We dropped 2 atom bombs on Japan, and they surrendered instantly. Nobody in the world even knew we had that kind of power. And actually, we didn't know either. Thank God we had that guy. I can't remember that guy's name. Heimer, I can't remember. I don't even want to try to say it because I can't remember. They made a movie about it anyway. Moving along a little bit further, Vietnam. You know, after Vietnam, we had 9/11. Don't forget about 9/11. That was on American soil. All right? Don't ever think that we are invincible, because we're not. And we always have our guard down. Now, since then, we took out Desert Storm over in Iran, Saddam Hussein, Osama bin Laden. We did all these little wars all around. My point to all of this is, people, if Kamala Harris gets into office, she is not a wartime president. She has no idea what she's doing. Donald Trump, sure, he's done a couple things wrong. No big deal. Hey, let it go, Louis. You know, everybody thinks it's so perfect. You know, this guy did great. And in the last time, when he was the 45th president, he did a good job. He didn't do a bad job. He didn't do a great job. He did a good job. But another thing about Trump is he knows how to listen to his generals. And that is a very important thing. Now, getting back to the war. Sure, we have the best Navy in the world. We have the best Air Force in the world. Our technology and all my research, we're 20, 30 to 40 years ahead of everybody else in technology. Like our aircraft carriers, our jets, our overall military, you know. If we see rockets up in the air, we can shoot them down before they even touch ground. That's awesome. But how long will that last for? It's a thinker. You know, Russia and China have been doing exercising drills off the coast of Alaska. Russia has nuclear subs down in Cuba, riding up the coast of Florida about a month ago. And in Alaska, they're still doing it to this very day. You know, now China has got Taiwan surrounded with military exercises. They're waiting for our election to happen to see what's going to happen. And if Trump gets into office, you watch, everybody will back off because they want to hear what Trump's got to say. But if Kamala Harris gets into office, Taiwan is going to get decimated. All right? China wants Taiwan because they control all our computer parts in the world. They are the premium maker of our cell phones, our computers, everything. All our technology is coming out of Taiwan. That's why we protect them. That's why they're our allies. If China takes control of that, they're going to control everything. All of our technology will be controlled by them. And don't forget, Taiwan, a lot of the stuff that we get from them also controls our military. There's a reason why China wants Taiwan. Don't ever think they don't. North Korea will invade South Korea. Russia, I think they're going to I bet you they're going to nuke Ukraine, Germany, Poland, France. I think it's going to get crazy. They're going to wipe out that whole area of Europe. Oh, and don't forget Britain. You know, they already told Britain that it's if you intervene, we're going to clean your clock. You know, we got a problem here. So I beg of you, my fellow Americans, when you go to the voting day on November 5th and you can't decide who to vote for, think about these things. We don't want a dingling president in office. She's got a little wheel up there turning. You can see it in her interviews. She's tired because she's not used to all this pressure. She can't handle this pressure. There's a little wheel turning up there with a hamster inside there running, and that thing is exhausted. You can see the hamster right through her eyes. And next time you see Kamala Harris on TV, look her through the eyes. You can see that hamster in there is exhausted. And she's going to be our president? And her vice president is Tampon Tim with stolen valor? And he's self-proclaimed knucklehead. Come on. So I ask you, my friends, going back to the election, we need a president who understands war. Kamala Harris does not understand shit. All right? She couldn't even handle a hurricane. And not that she was supposed to handle it. She wasn't even supposed to be a part of it. But she used it for political reasons. That's totally wrong. People's lives are at stake. And she politicizes it. And then points the finger at Trump and DeSantis and Elon Musk. Really, lady? They don't take fault for anything. They keep passing the buck. Oh, I didn't do that. That's Trump. Oh, that's him. That's that one. You were in office for 3.5 years and you had nothing at fault. You can't take the blame for anything. This war, World War III, is complete and utter war. Don't ever think it's not. All right? This ain't going to be a war that's fought in some distant country somewhere. Once it's all-out war, because they're waiting for our election, it's going to be fought in America. It's going to be fought, because don't forget, we have all these Chinese nationals, Iranians, all these people that crossed our border in the last 3.5, 4 years. They're in here and they're waiting for their orders. That's another reason why you need to exercise your Second Amendment. So please, if you're not for guns, get something. Don't ever think that your steak knives are going to save your life, especially if you don't have one by your bed. Please be smart, my fellow Americans. I'm reaching out to you because this election is so important. All right, let me flip some pages here, see where I'm at. Wow, I memorized a lot of this. I did pretty good. So I'm not trying to tell you who to vote for. What I'm asking you, my friends, my brothers and sisters, my fellow Americans, is when you go to check a box next to somebody's name on the voting day, think it through. Think about what you're about to do to our country. Because if you vote on the wrong person and you're hiding under your kitchen table a year or two from now, you're going to know why. I'd rather have a president that the world is scared of than a president that everybody's going to walk all over. This war will be complete and utter devastation globally. Don't ever think it won't be. Our complete sovereignty and freedom is at stake here. It really is. So please, people, pass this video along. Show it to people that don't know who to vote for. I don't know who to vote for. This one says that, this one says that. Hey, policies at this point don't even matter. We're talking about World War III. This is a devastating war that we do not want. There's nobody sane on this planet. If you find anybody that wants this war, they're a dingling. They should have their clock cleaned. All right? You don't want this war. This is not the war we want. All right? The president of China, Xi, whatever his name is, he's a sick man. He wants this war. Putin from Russia, he's a very sick man. He wants this war. Kim Jong-un from North Korea, very, very, very sick. He wants this war. Iran, oh my God. Look at what they've done in the last 100 years. They're sicker than all of them put together. But they just want Israel gone. They want to decimate Israel. Why would you want to decimate the birthplace of Jesus Christ? Oh my God. How do people think today? People are fried. So please, if you like this video, I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button. Please, subscribe. I need subscribers on YouTube. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I can't go live until I get 50 subscribers. I'm at 7. If there was ever a video to share, it's this one. Please pass it along. People need to understand this. And don't forget, my fellow Americans, better to have and not need than need and not have. And that starts with water, food, and protection, guns and ammo. I believe in 5 things: God, Jesus, family, guns, and Trump. Those are the way me and my wife think right now. Those are very important 5 things. If you're a Trump supporter, God bless you, or God bless everybody, first of all. Please pass this video along. If you are a fellow Trump supporter, and you know people that can't make up their mind, or well, we need something new. We're going to all stand around and sing Kumbaya. No, Kamala Harris is not the one. She's a ding-a-ling. And most people, they're so brainwashed by certain news stations on TV, they can't see past it. I get family members the same way. It's not like I'm surrounded by Trump supporters. I can't believe some of the people in my family want this lady to be... I got cousins. I got a sister-in-law. She's conflicted. How can you be conflicted? This is World War III we're walking into. So I love all of you. God bless. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, once again, before I let you go to YouTube, check out my pumpkin video. I got my 12-gauge shotgun and my 9mm pistol, and I'm shooting pumpkins, having happy Halloween for everybody. So I love everybody. God bless. This is the Christian Pepper. Have a good day.